When solving open-ended questions like the one you're about to see, we're going to start using a 4-step process. I call it ICCI, or ITCHY for short. Alright, I stands for identify the problem. You're just kind of restating the problem. C stands for the conditions that you have to use and the choice of methods to solve. Is it a proportion or is it a sample mean right now? C, the second C, stands for calculate, and you must show your work, show the graph. And I stands for interpret in the context of the problem. The superintendent of a large school district wants to know what proportion of middle school students in her district are planning to attend a 4-year college or university. Suppose that 80% of all middle school students in her district are planning to attend a 4-year college or university. What's the probability that an SRS of size 125 will give a result within 7 percentage points of the true value? Now here's the first I. Remember, it's identify the problem. We want to find the probability that the percentage of middle school students who plan to attend a 4-year college falls between 73% and 87%. In other words, the probability that P hat is between 73 and 87. Remember, the first C is to check your conditions and make your choice of how you're going to solve this thing. There are actually 3 conditions. 1, since there are more than 125 times 10, 1,250 middle school students, we can use this formula for standard deviation. 0.8 times 0.2 divided by 125, which is 0.036. The second condition, since n times p and n times 1 minus p are both greater than 10, we can use a normal approximation. Another one is you want a random assignment. This reduces bias. So that's the third condition. Remember, the mean of p hat is equal to p is equal to 0.8. Remember, your second C is to calculate and show your work. The probability that 0.73 minus 0.8 divided by 0.036 is less than Z is less than 0.87 minus 0.8 over 0.036 is the same as the probability that Z is between negative 1.94 and 1.94. And the probability of that is 0.9482. There's your graph. So from our work, we can see that about 95% of all SRSs of size 125 will give a sample proportion within 7% of the true proportion of middle school schoolers who plan on attending a 4-year college or university. And there you have it. I, C, CI. Remember, I is identify the problem. C is to check conditions and make your choice of how you're going to solve it. The second C is to calculate. Don't forget to show your work. And the last I is to interpret in the context of the problem.